What is up, everybody? My name is Tattoo, and this is my podcast. So, today's topic is death. Death is inevitable. Inevitable means bound to happen, has to happen. It's something that we can't escape. Now, I know a lot of us wish we could become vampires or elves with long lasting life, drink from the fountain of youth of or immortality. Um, but it's not going to happen, right? So the faster you accept death, the easier life gets. And because you can't always keep thinking about death, you know? It's something that we can't think about. It's going to happen, so just don't think about it. When our day comes, it comes. And a lot of people cope with death in different ways. Some people are religious, so they have hope and faith that they will go to heaven. So, with them thinking they're going to go to heaven, everything's okay because in the end, when they die, they're going to go to heaven, see Jesus, and be reunited with their families. People like me, I don't believe in God. So, because, there's no evidence and nobody knows where we're going. And that's just facts and not faith or hope. So, as humans, we live on this earth and we want to live. But there's a lot of people that don't truly live. And what I mean by that is that there's a lot of people held back by what they truly want to do in life as a passion or a dream. So if you grow up in a religious home and be like, you know what? I want to be a cosplay dresser. I want to go to all the events. I want to dress like cosplay. And I want to watch these cartoons and animations and this and that and dress up as video games and whatnot. This is just an example. But if you grow up in a religious home that don't let you watch that stuff, they say that's from the devil. You can't participate in those things. You can't even own a game console or a PC to play video games. You can't watch certain things on TV or TV in general. So when you grow up like that, that's taken away from your life, your dream, and your passion. And behind me is the cemetery. And a lot of people end up in the cemetery. Matter of fact, some people don't end up in the cemetery. They get murdered and thrown in the ocean, torn into pieces, fed to pigs, etc. Not everybody ends up, and their body's not found. So no, not everybody ends up in the cemetery. So some people end up in the cemetery. So back to what I was saying, if you have a passion or dream, you can't let your friends, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, your cousins, your family in general, anybody tell you that you can't follow your dream because those are dream killers. Those are naysayers, right? And if they're telling you, "Oh, come on. You want to be an astronaut?" Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Go be an astronaut. You're never going to be an astronaut. And then you don't pursue to be an astronaut. So you die. And guess what? You could have been an astronaut. But because you listened to what they said, you didn't pursue your dream. You know, and there was a speaker once that said that the cemetery is the most richest place in the world. And it makes sense because a lot of people have ideas, inventions, um, that they never told anybody, or they told somebody, and those people say, "Yeah, okay, yeah, that invention is gonna work. Okay, why don't you go find something else?" I wouldn't even try to do that invention. It's stupid. So what do? You throw it away, and then somebody else invents it and becomes a millionaire and lives life. And you said, "Damn, I thought about that," and then you fucking die because of what other people said. Now, do you think I look this way because I listen to other people? No, I look this way because I didn't listen to other people. My mom and dad said, "Don't get tattoos." Well, guess what? This is my fucking life. I have tattoos all over my fucking body. You know why? Because it's my life. And I want to live my life before I die. Because when I die, people are going to look at me and says, "You know what? He lived his life. He at least tried." You know, I've done videos. I have over 500 videos, millions of views, thousands or not a million shares. You know, I pursued my dream, and which I failed because I wanted to be an actor or a comedian, and I just a lot of things happened that the right doors didn't open. Some doors did that didn't quite work out, but I'm not going to dwell on that, because at the end of the day, I tried for years. So if I die or before I die on my deathbed, I'm not going to be like, I wonder if I would have tried. There's no regret. That's what the point is. Death is going to happen. And before you die, you must live because we are born to die. It's that reverse Benjamin Button. We're not getting younger, we're getting older. We're dying. The minute we come out of that womb, we die or begin to die. Sorry. So what I'm saying is that you must live. If you have a dream, pursue it. If you have a passion, pursue it. Because you could achieve it. You could make your dreams come true. Thousands, if not millions, of people have made their dream come true, and most of them don't happen overnight. And yeah, there's a percentage that does happen overnight. Overnight, boom, you're fucking famous. But fuck being famous. What I always wanted to achieve was having money, and not just to have money, but have money when I wake up that my bills are paid. Have money that I'll never miss a meal again. Have money that if my car breaks down, I have money to fix it. That kind of money. To be financially stable. And a lot of people don't live. They die. They go to work. They come home. They put an American flag on their porch. They drink a beer. And they go to bed. And they do that until they retire. And by the time they retire, Social Security don't even give enough money to live. And they're having to work again. But they became comfortable at their job. And they didn't have dreams. Maybe they did. But a lot of people don't have dreams or a passion. A lot of people just live day by day, and whatever the fuck happens, happens. And I've ran into a lot of those. That's like the majority. That's like 95% of the world. Hence why I got a 5% on my head, is because I'm part of the 5% that is trying to pursue a dream or a passion, And regardless if I make it or not, I still tried. And that's more than most people can say at the end of the day. So, this podcast is about death, and all this revolves around death. And that's what I'm trying to explain. Death is more than just dying, it's more living. And, it's just, I don't think about death, but I think about death, if that makes sense. Um, so, you must live because you're going to end up in a cemetery or killed or just lost and never be found again. And is living just enough? What I'm trying to say is if you have a dream, please pursue it, no matter what people say. And here's another good thing about living. This is something I live by, and people's opinions. Somebody's opinion about you can force you to kill yourself. Somebody's opinion about you will make you stop pursuing your dream. Somebody's opinion about you will make you become depressed, fat, lazy, a hermit. It can cause so much negativity. But listen to my words. And if you are a person that gets affected by words, please listen to what I'm about to say. People have opinions. So what? Guess what's going to happen to those people? They're going to die. And guess what happens with their opinions? They're going to die with them. So why worry about people's opinions when everybody's going to die? We're all going to be forgotten. This world is not going to last forever. So at the end, nobody will remember nothing. This world will burn up probably. It already got flooded. Global warming is happening. The earth is getting hotter and hotter. But what I'm saying is, a person shouldn't be driven to suicide. A person shouldn't be driven to stop pursuing their dream because of people's opinion. Because those people that are making opinions about you are the ones that were too afraid to pursue their dreams or passion. They're still at home. They hate their life. So when they see you trying to become successful, then it's called a troll. Haters, naysayers. So never, ever let somebody's opinion control your life, because at the end of the day, they are going to die, and their opinions are going to die with them. So please, live by that. I live by that. And that's why I look the way I do. Because I have tattoos on my face, all over my head and body. And I have a job. But I don't care. When I go out in public, I don't care what people think about me. Why? And that's the topic of this podcast, is death. Embrace death and turn it into a positivity. Because you must live before you die. You must take that chance. You must jump off that cliff. Now, you may not get your dream in a year, 5 years, even 10 years. It will happen. Or it might not happen. But at least you can die. Die knowing that you tried. Die knowing that you have no regret. Because death is coming. Death is coming for us all. And you need to put that in your head, that you are going to die but you must embrace it and accept it. And don't think about it. Death, the word death, should make you want to live until you die. Because there's no escape. So, with that being said, please follow your passion. Follow your dreams. So that when you do die, you have no regret. Because you don't want to die with regret. You don't want to die with your last words being, what if? So think about that. And I'm just going to throw this out there. This is not on this topic, but it's sort of this topic, but it's not, but it is, but it's. So what I've heard, and you can say, well, you heard it. Yeah, well, people read the Bible and they believe that shit. So I don't believe this, but it's a cool idea. Reincarnation. And I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get off here. So do you know that bright light that people say you see at the end of the tunnel? You know what that really is? That's you being reborn in a hospital. Do you know every time somebody dies, a baby is born? Think about that. The light at the end of the tunnel is the light you see when the doctor is holding you in his arms and you are looking at the ceiling of the bright lights and you are crying. You are crying because you left everybody you loved. You are crying because you know you have just died. That's why babies cry, because they are reborn. And they cry. And see, some babies cry more than others because they have a better memory. So when you have a baby that cries and cries and cries and cries, it's because he's crying because he knows he was another human. He knows he has just died. Or he or she. They know they just died. And they're missing their family and their loved ones. And their life. So the baby is crying because it still has memory of its last life. Ain't that something? Something to think about, right? So that explains why babies cry when they are born and the bright light at the end of the tunnel, because we're being reborn. And that's why a lot of celebrities or people look the same, have the same facial features, and continuously become successful because it's in them to become successful. Because they do it in every life, life after life after life. Because they're reborn into another body, but the same soul. But many things are forgotten. But at that time, when they're born, they remember everything. But babies, they quit crying because as the time goes, they forget about their death. Something to ponder about. My name is Tattoo, and this is my podcast. And I figured I would let you into my mind about what I think about death and everything that relates to it in my brain. So if I made sense, please share, please subscribe, please hit the bell notification down below. And I will be doing another podcast whenever I have free time because I'm a slave to the government and I have to fucking work. So thank you for joining in to my podcast, and I will see you on the next one.